Is teed up as rain continues to fall. And here we go in Mexico City. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Mega. Hut.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Ready. Check, smash. Ready.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ultra. Go ultra.
From the 35 on second down. Benson's got it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Dragons getting their punter out there. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now an inside give to Walker. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. McCarthy to throw for it. Headed out right. Throw caught by his running back. And he he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Ready, break.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set, hut.
Now Ritter. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Cycle. White, white. Hut, hut.
Ritter to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready, ready.
Benson now from the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Jack
Working quickly here.
Trouble, 38.
A gain of 1 brings up
Eat off
3rd
blue.
down and 9.
Blaster, 6. Fury, yellow. Smash, red. Ready, ready.
3rd and long for him here. He lets a heater go deep. Middle brought in inside the 20. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the
Ultra,
18-yard
ultra,
line.
set.
And off to Benson from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's go. Hut.
Benson will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Second and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty.
Down. Slide blue. Trail, yellow. Ready, go.
Back to throw now, it's Ritter. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Come on, set. Ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. They give up the gut to Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go. Here we go.
Benson on 1st and 10. This is ahead for about 5. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ready. Set. Go.
From the 42. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Zaven Collins in on the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It is caught left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. Now he takes it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. McCarthy throwing here. Into the hands of Walker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. He's within striking distance. And he's finally brought down at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Running with Walker again. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Charbonnet. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 26 on 2nd down. He has the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Now they'll try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Steel, black. Green jack. Black ultra. Hut, hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's going deep this time. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's second down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Ready?
Second and 10 now. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you gotta react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
He puts some juice on a deep... They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They are throwing it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
Drill green. Ready, ready. Blue striker. Set, hut.
Here's second and 2. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Dragons make it an 11-point ball game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Fields the hard squib kick. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now it's McCarthy. Pass complete to Walker. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. DJ James with the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. McCarthy looking to throw. He'll get this to Jefferson. 16 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Run. Oh, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Right.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Ready.
From the 32. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And the Vikings going to the dime package here. 3rd down coming up.
Now.
Ritter setting up to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Charbonnet. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go with Walker here. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Walker. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Brings in the kick at the 9. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Needle Blues. Down. Blaster. 6. 7.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This reeled in by Benson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 35 on second down. Able to get it to Benson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here we go. Here
Football
we go.
on that 47-yard line, first down.
Ready?
Ritter. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Let's go now.
Walker running to the right. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
From the red zone now. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's Carter on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, go steal.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Back to throw now, it's Ritter. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Set, ready.
Ritter to throw. Chased out to his right. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for A. First
Yellow.
and 10 at the
Set, cut.
47-yard line.
Ready.
Ritter looking to throw. He's got him. That's McBride. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Set.
Throwing here, Ritter. Escapes the pocket. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He's got it deep downfield. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be second and goal.
Here we go. Set. Smash. Red. Set. Go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up third and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a trim.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Let's go now.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
97. Shot. 17.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Down. Rail. Yellow. Hut.
Here's Ritter. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons get it back to within 2 possessions. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Dragons get it back to a 14-point game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Another carry for Charbonnet. Has a lane past the 45. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They get 28 out of that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Into the hands of Walker. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm.
He does it. Touchdown. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Steal, black. Come on, set.
Now Ritter. He fires one deep down the middle. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
2nd and 10 now. He's trying to go deep again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Ready. Green Jack.
Throwing now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here we go. Hey, go Fury. Set, cut.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ready.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Vikings, well, they can probably just run away and hide. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They're going to try with the wideout. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Walker goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Walker. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
On the set.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Hut.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Benson's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Go, set.
They've got to keep moving quick here.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 2. Moore's got it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Ritter setting up to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Dragons putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do, this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings put up even more points in a win. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been